Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions, and I'm really grateful to be here with you. And today is July 2nd, and this is going to be the monthly reading for all Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of July. And if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome as well. I truly appreciate you all. I have been to the moon and back from these wonderful comments that have been coming in, and just seeing the kind of the growth that's happening. And that happens through time, through patience, through persistence. Like, I have to upload at least one video per day. This is where I'm at. I feel badly when I don't now. That's how much I feel driven to be doing what I absolutely love and am passionate about. And because I'm not able to do my other job, this has just been perfect. And also I'm a Libra, so I can be very detached and, I don't know, I lost that train of thought. But as a Libra though, speaking to other Libras, I really kind of like to get with this energy where I can share basically what I've been feeling, and then see what the cards have to say to kind of cement and clarify it even more. And then hopefully feel this resonance that's occurring for Libras in general. Now, mind you, we're all Libras, right? But with the differences in our other planets, our moon and our rising, and Venus specifically, those are the things that have everything to do with our lives, our feelings, our heart, our relationships, because we're all about relationships of all kinds, right? That's predominant for us. And then also about our careers, our finances, and things of that nature. Those four planets really say great things and mostly everything you want to know about that. So all Libras have differences there. So we have similarities, but there's going to be differences in regards to that. Always recommend that you watch your moon and rising or ascendant, which is the exact time you were born. They're very, very key and important parts of who you are, and they tell a little bit of a different story sometimes. And if they don't, and let's say you have a Libra sun, Aries moon, Pisces rising, which is what I am, and you find that there's a lot of similarities for each of those readings, then you know this is not coincidence. These are absolute patterns and expressions and messages and guidance that is so important for you, okay? And that's why it's coming through. If nothing else, you're just going to get more depth into yourself as a person anyway, with the difference in the readings and the signs that, contribute to the energies and readings. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to shuffle a little more as I go and express a little bit more to you the best I can. We are still full tilt in retrograde season. So I think the main thing I need to really emphasize right off the bat is that I woke up yesterday, July 1st, and I promised myself, I said, self, I'm going to take a vacation. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't mean literally, because I actually can't go anywhere right now. I just have a brand new kitten that I adopted 2 weeks ago. And I put him down, and that's when I can do my uploads. And he's amazing. He takes his afternoon nap, and then he sleeps through the night. But that's, eventually I'll let him run free, but he's too young. So the vacation isn't literally happening, but for me, knowing that the retrograde is still in full effect, mainly the outer planets, which are important, but the more personal planets like Mercury, that has to do with our minds and our communication and our movement and our transportation and all that, that's still being incredibly slowed down and delayed. And there's still confusion, and there's still the waiting process. Please tell me you understand what I mean about that, Libra, because I'm laughing. It's kind of hysterical. I have been waiting so long for some information that I said I'm taking a vacation, like, from my mind and from even thinking about that anymore. I need to let it go. I have this faith, this constant optimistic faith that that answer's coming through, and of course it will. Clearly not in my time. So please, Libras, please enjoy yourself right now, because until what, the 12th, which is when Mercury retrograde goes forward, you know, it just doesn't even make sense. I don't even want to think about those things that aren't. I really don't. I mean, I want to now be approached. I want to be the one that's, somebody's coming to me with it. I don't want to look anymore. I don't want to stress on that anymore. I don't want to think about that anymore. I want to absolutely absorb this time as being beautiful and my vacation, okay? Because hopefully I'll be able to go back to work at the end of the month as a massage therapist. If you're new, and you, those that have heard me, you hear me saying it, but you know, it's serious stuff. That is my passion as well. Is this the time that that stops? I don't know. I was hoping not. However, having said that, there's a lot of calls that come in every day to my business. Are you open yet? So no, I don't think I'm stopping, but it'll be different, right? When I go back, you bet it will. So, yeah, just sharing with you as Libra to Libra that we have some waiting to do. And at the same time, with this incredible eclipse season, that's just so, I feel it in my energy so much, and I have to actually calm myself down. The next one is right around the corner. It's the 2nd of July today, and it's on the 5th, actually the 4th. And that's the third of the, you know, 3 series, and that's in Capricorn, my goodness, and that's the full moon. So for Libras, that's in our 4th house. Anything having to do with our homes, our families, something new, my new cat, somebody moving out, you know, just anything about that. Maybe you're moving, maybe there's information that comes in super fast about having to move. I rent, so, you know, that's always in the back of my mind. I've been here 17 years. But it happened to my ex-husband. He had to just, after 20 years, he got noticed, the notice 3 months ago, we're selling, and then he's gone, he moved. So yeah, I know I'm speaking a lot, but it's all relative to the energies. They're so important and powerful, and it is about transformation, but it's about just kind of letting it happen right now. Don't overextend yourself, please. Don't try to do too much and then maybe get ill or, you know, feel that imbalance, which never works for Libras. We have to stay balanced. If I do one upload a day, I'm going to be super content with that, because I am doing what I love. I want to have it be energy that's pure and loving and uplifting still, you know, regardless of what messages come through. See how I can't really speak? All part of the retrograde. It's been going on for a while. Now, by the same token, interestingly enough, there are some beautiful tarot and astrologists that I've been watching for about 5 years on YouTube, because I didn't even really watch YouTube before that, to be honest. I'm a very busy woman. I have always had a couple jobs. And I didn't really know about it. I don't think until I got Hulu. That's been about 4 or 5 years ago. Anyway, they're doing amazing, but two of them today alone that I kind of check in with at the beginning of the month, they're not doing it anymore. Well, one is taking a hiatus for 2 to 3 months, not sure. And the other is just, I'm not even going to mention names, but yeah, she's totally taken her passion and doing something else. Still on YouTube though. And I was just like, that's exactly what all this I've been saying and everybody's been saying is about. It's their sole purpose. It's the Pluto conjunct we had on the 30th with Jupiter. What are we really wanting to do? What is our passion? What is our purpose? How do we want to succeed for our well-being? And then, of course, it's better for everybody because it's the most genuine, authentic energy. So, yeah, that was just so true to life situations right now. I'm going to shuffle these beautiful oracles as well that I'm going to be bringing your specific message, Libras. And hopefully you're following me up to this point, because everything is so exactly perfect and nothing that I even attempt to rush or, you know, I think that came up just recently as well. Very important. We'll get into that. Yeah, I'm taking a vacation. I am going to enjoy my life, and I'm going to enjoy my kitten, and I'm going to come you know, accept what's coming and know that with everything that I am, I'm a manifester, and I'm going to make sure that I open up to the best possibilities. And as I said, I think yesterday to somebody, one of my readings, that I know what the blocks are right now. I've been knowing that for a while, and it's staying that way. So I'm not even looking in that direction. I'm looking in the one that's, oh, but there's this available, and I can actually do that, and so forth. So let us go through the beautiful energies that will be prominent in July, but probably not right away. Or you could feel it right away. I shouldn't say that. Everybody's different. But just trust and kind of watch it as the 3rd and 4th week transpires. I've just dropped a lot on the floor. Bear with me. Because that's really when the movement is going to be happening. And it's great. And it also, on top of everything else, we do have Cancer season now, which is extremely emotional. And it's heartfelt. And it opens up our heart to everything and everyone, and there's a lot more tears of joy and sadness, and just this culmination that's really coming in and settling, and that's through, you know, the 22nd of July. And then it's fire season, bam, with the Leos, and that's so much fun and so much, it kind of just gets us going again, you know. It just, okay, I've had that hiatus, that rest, that time to cry and laugh, and all the variables that go along with it. I've been able to visit friends. People are coming in from the past with the retrogrades. And then it's about getting that energy going, you know. Mars went into Aries. That's for 6 months, so all of us are feeling it. And that has a lot to do with our relationships, Libras, because Aries is our polar opposite across from it. So a lot of very concentrated aspects of our relationship, of our love, of finding new love if you're single, and just feeling stronger and more connected and more intensely in love with that beautiful Aries, fiery, passionate, new beginning kind of thing going on, even if you've been in a relationship for a long time. Let's get started with your reading. What do you say? That has been a reading, actually. It's just letting you know. I love to do the foundation. This is absolutely perfect. The foundation for the month is the 4 of Pentacles. And 4 is about stability. It's about our home. I said our foundation. Whatever home is to you, it generally means your actual home. But sometimes our workplace is our home because we're there so much. Or the home we're building and wanting to have happen. You know, that we're acquiring money and things, you know, slowly but gradually for the home we want to buy, the first home we've ever bought, the first whatever, you know, with that newness from the new moon eclipse that happened on the 21st, the first day of summer, all of this beautiful new loving home base, because Cancer is very much about family and home. It's all very, very tied in together. And so there's that foundation. And when it's the Pentacles, that's about your money. And finally feeling like, yes, I mean, there's been loss, there's been stagnation, there's been a lot of waiting, and it's not going to be that way. But in the meantime, you're making sure that you're not overspending and you're not underspending. You want to keep that balance. That's, once again, comes back to the whole Libra. But that's the foundation, and it's a good foundation. It's a steady foundation. It's a permanent foundation. In other words, with the Capricorn, which is all about that, all about the stable and the traditional, and, you know, just kind of really, well, for Libras, you know, Capricorn is not the best. It's not great, but it's definitely helping us to be stable and to be structured in our anything that we're interested in, you know, and that's been with us all year. Wait until next year when all these heavy planets that have been in Capricorn go into Aquarius, our sister air sign. It's going to be like, I don't even know how to explain it. We've gotten a taste of that, but this is going to lift. So now it's about learning and really figuring stuff out for long time security and stable life, learning what we have to learn, you know, doing the stuff that isn't necessarily fun, but has to happen in order to be feeling comfortable and feeling like we are working towards something we really want and seeing the benefits. And it's a harder, heavier, grounded kind of energy. So as a cardinal, which we are, sign, we like to move and keep active and stuff. It's not that we're not able to do that with Capricorn. It's just kind of keeping it real, okay? So that's not a bad thing either. So that's your foundation. I like that a lot. Now we have the first sign, which is just incredible. It's the overall energy for July, and it's justice. There we are. This is absolutely the sign and the card for Libras. You know how much we care about justice. This is our main theme besides relationships. It's about fairness, justice, equality, equilibrium. It's upright. It is all about what is coming to us is what is deserved. And I don't know what that means for you individually. What have you done thus far? Almost on a karmic level, you know. What you have reaped, you will sow. But predominantly, it's a beautiful, loving, healing, happy. Finally, things are coming through. Finally, things are working through. And it seems like it's been forever. And for a lot of us, it has. But if you've been true to yourself and to dedicating even the smallest amount of time to your absolute passion and purpose, this is exactly what will prevail, is justice. And definitely in court cases, maybe you've been waiting on one. There's a lot of delays with that. You're going to hear some news. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a yes. How great is that? So, yeah, it can't all be just exactly the way we want. And I know we understand that as Libras. We're not, we're not silly that way. We like to be sensible and intelligent. But we definitely have our desires and our dreams. And I'm not letting go of mine. I know you're not. Now, the second category is under possible blessings or obstacles. Blessings can come from an obstacle in the end. And those are usually the hardest ones to recognize at first. Although sometimes you can recognize it right away. You have the Four of Swords. Time to relax. Put down the swords, put down the thoughts, go on vacation. Literally, I'm serious. I said, that's it. I want to enjoy my life. I love life. I love connecting with people, and I'm doing that by doing this. I love receptivity in that, like you've been providing. It just means so much. So appreciated, and I'm just letting that rest now. And it feels like I'm lighter. I mean, the energy just totally changed when I did that. So apparently that's what's going on for a lot of us. Might as well, you can continually try to fight the current and the energy, but it's just going to be very exhausting, and it has been exhausting. And that's when you know that you're going against your spirituality and your soul's purpose, because you get tired. You're trying to do something that isn't actually at all in line with your highest purpose. So yeah, it's perfect. It's a blessing. No matter what else you may think, let it all go and just enjoy whatever that means to you. If it means sleeping all day, I don't think it means that. Maybe taking a nap. If you want to be in your garden, I've been out there a lot more. It's been beautiful. If you need to take that getaway, do that now, because come third week, realistically, with retrograde Mercury going forward on the 12th, it still takes some time. It's got to get back its momentum. Okay, then you have the category of love. Ace of Pentacles. Beginnings. New starts. Grounded. Steady. Permanent kind of love. Yeah, because it's the earth element, the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. A lot of Capricorn retrograde now. Saturn just went back into Capricorn. Jupiter's in Capricorn, expansion of all things, including love. There was some irritation going on with that because we had Venus in retrograde, and that's always going to have us kind of redoing and rethinking and having discussions that aren't necessarily comfortable at times, but then they actually heal us to the next level, because when you get past that, you just feel that much more in tune with each other, you know? So beautiful, beautiful. Maybe an earth sign is somebody that you're with now and you're feeling incredibly comfortable with and happy to be with and very supported. And together you're really working on your whole, everything that has to do with your foundation. Like I said, your home, you're building, you're adding, maybe you're redecorating or decluttering maybe, because that's a lot of what goes on during retrogrades. But I feel like you might have recently moved or are thinking about it. So this is the time to do that. Just get rid of, get rid of things. Do that redecorating. Is probably have to wait on things that you've ordered coming through the mail. They've probably been delayed. All that stuff happens during retrograde. But regardless, what a beautiful energy. So it's like it's about love, but it also has to do, I think, with your it ties into your finances. So perhaps your significant other, a great friendship or a partnership in work, is adding something to the mix that's creating more financial relief for you. I pray that's the case, because love is not always just about a romance. It's about your self-love and about your business. So Ace is beautiful. Let me just say that. Let's simplify it. Yeah, it's a gorgeous thing, and it's purple. I mean, I'm wearing purple. Whenever I wear purple, you know I'm in my spirituality, boy. I'm feeling it from my head to my toes. Wow. Okay, then the category of finances. And then we have another oracle message about finances, because I think it's been extremely important. I'm feeling it. I'm hearing it. I'm, really dissecting what I listen to, though. I'm not going to lie. That's my choice. You have the 10 of Wands. All about new cycles. Planting the seeds, the acorns. I see this in this depiction. 10 is about new. It's the 1. You take away the 0. What are all these incredible plans you have? What are these hard, sometimes physical, responsibilities and leadership comes into mind, with the 10. A lot of I want to say burden. I hate that word. I do. But there have been burdens that have been placed upon you. You might be in a leadership position. A lot of Libras are. You're very independent that way. You're very much you're capable of speaking. You're great at speech. People listen, and they aspire to what you have to say. So that's a heavy responsibility, right? And you want to just kind of delegate that, maybe take that vacation, because that's all changing. With this new energy, you can take it wherever you want to. It's not necessarily going to take away that position, but it might be how you choose to handle it moving forward. I, as a massage therapist, will be pretty much doing everything. Of course, the mask will be worn and so forth. But the time and the amount of people is going to be less, because I want to make sure it's all done in a proper way, I mean, that's what it's about. So that's a good feeling. Finances are going to be okay. Finances are definitely going to improve. This is the beginning, and it's said basically from the love aspect too. Those burdens that you were feeling, no need to anymore. 10 is the new cycle. What was lost is coming back. And I feel like there's that fiery part to this, which is what the wands are. That is the Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So Mars went into Aries, so you're feeling that energy. You're starting to get that, okay, I know I can't go fast forward now, but I'm certainly feeling this desire to really kind of recreate and listen to what it is I need to do moving forward to fulfill the financial needs, to be extremely comfortable. Let's put it that way, without extra work. Doing that balance, Listening to the messages, it's just about, yeah, I feel like you might be very much involved with the fire. It's a very good combination for Libra. Any of those three. And with Leo season coming up, you could very well be involved with a Leo, somebody that wants to help you. They're very, very passionate about what they do. You love that passion. It's contagious. Same with Aries. So fire has to do with your finances. So I see it just really starting to take off. So yeah, anything that may have been slowed down, and we know it has been, that's going to change. Make sure that you kind of keep that equal momentum going and that temperament, that's moderate and not overdoing it. I also feel like, for some reason, I don't know why, but as far as finances, it feels as though you're investing in something towards your career. And I don't know if it's something having to do with social media, your own entrepreneurial, because a lot of people still are at home. So it doesn't mean everyone's rushing out to go back to work. That's not what's really happening, even at the end of July. I feel there's an investment and some kind of real positive outcome from that in regards to your careers. Because that's what, to me, the fire sign and the wands always have to do with our careers, our endeavors, what we do, what we've put forth to better our lives. And I absolutely love this. Justice, relaxing, Ace of Pentacles with love and finances, and laying down the burdens, just making it happen, starting over, whatever that is. Like I said, 2 people who have been doing astrology forever are like, yep, changing my thing now. I'm gonna do what my heart and soul are calling me to do. Following that is so important. You can fight it, but you don't want to do that, Libra. Let's go into the oracle message from the Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I would imagine a lot of you have heard of them. They've been around forever. I say they, but basically the beautiful entities of Source come through Esther. She is the medium, and she expresses